Hey everyone. So hopefully this is a quick message. I want y'all to understand something. In this life, as you know, like tests. When it comes to tests in your life, meaning like, checking to see if you're ready for the next level, if you're ready for the relationship, if you're ready for kids, if you're ready for the job, if you're ready for the business, the money, different things, okay? I want y'all to know that y'all still gonna get tested, okay? The reason why people don't like tests is because the way schools, your school system, educational system does tests. That's the reason why people don't like tests, because it's not realistic. Alright, 9 times out of 10, you're being tested on somebody else's information, like math, science, history, art, all of this stuff. You are being tested off of somebody else's way of learning. Okay, and that's why people don't like tests. That's why people don't like to have to study for certain things. Now, in life, some people have to study, some people don't. Some people don't even try to study. Okay, this is not about trying to study. It's just trying to pay attention. When it comes to you, every single day you're tested, just to let you know. Some days you notice it, some days you don't. Okay? The days you don't, you passing no tests because it's a norm. It's like, I know this information. It's like, I know that when I walk out of the house, I need to lock my door. That type of thing. I know that if I'm using the stove, that if I got a pot on the stove, that if I wait too long, the water gonna boil out and it can burn. It's that we understand those things, okay? However, sometimes the way things are tested, you can have your kids, and your kids can roll up on you, and you could be cooking or something like that. But at the same time, your child could be over there playing around with a toy, and the toy is about to go in their mouth. All right? The thing about it is, are you so focused on the food that you're not paying attention to your child about to choke? Okay? Test it. Those tests, I know you're like, but why would that? Because your kids and the people in your surrounding tests you. Okay? That's just life. We all test each other. We are a test by ourselves. And others test you. One is it's a way of, are you paying attention to me? Are you paying attention to yourself? Are you paying attention to your surroundings? So let me start it off like this. So you're cooking, all right? You got to get in the meal prep and you're doing everything, and your child go over there on the side or whatnot, right? And they go playing around and stuff, right? But you got 10 minutes for this water, let's put it for 8 minutes. You got an egg boiling, you got 8 minutes, right? You don't have an actual timer, because how many of y'all actually got a mental timer in your head? Now, some of you might have an actual timer where you turn on, but at the same time, you got a child over there on the side that's watching TV and playing with toys, and you sitting there and you cooking, but at the 5-minute mark, you went to go to check on your child, and your child is over there playing with toys, and you start noticing, hold on, what's that in your mouth? What's going on? Now, this is the test. Now, you got an option here. The thing about it is, you see the child about to choke on something. Do you just run to the child? Because you know that this water or whatever is about to be burnt, okay? This is how it goes. Are you going to run straight to the child and forget about that you got the stove running? Or you're going to sit back, turn the stove off, and run to the child? You understand? You have to be mindful of the things. And I'm not saying, oh, just drop everything and run straight to the child. Well, now your house is burning. Okay? Like a plane. When you get on a plane, what do they say when they give instructions? You make sure you got the mask on yourself first before you go to someone else. Okay? I'm not saying to go and check the egg and make sure it's good, but I'm saying there's a stove that's on. Okay? Turn the stove off. All right? It's also being tested to make sure you're paying attention to what you're doing. It's no different than me. I go through things with my son. He'll do little things once in a while, because I'm always going to be tested. Because not just because of of being a regular parent, but because of what I go through, because of what I'm, who I am in the spirit. So I have to make sure that when I'm cooking, that I do check-ins on my kids. I do check in on my child, because at the end of the day, what y'all, how they say, when a child get quiet, you gotta pay attention. But I'm still cooking at the same time, so I gotta make sure that, all right, I'm about to walk back here into this room to check on this child. Do I need to turn something off real quick just in case, and go, hold on a second, turn something off just in case and go check on them? Or is it okay for me to leave this thing on and check on them? Now, does it mean the child choking? No, it don't always mean that. Sometimes that could be something, but you could catch it in time. But you still got to be mindful of your surroundings. You're going to be tested, because this is teaching you how to multitask and how to pay attention to the details. No different than vice versa. What if your husband or your wife was cooking something, right, and you were sitting there eating some peanuts or something, right, and you put something in your mouth and you choking? The same thing. But you have to be mindful. Life happens, things happen, so you have to acknowledge those things that goes on. It's no different than when you get up in the morning, you getting ready and getting your stuff together. How many of y'all are rushing? Okay, you already knew that you had to be out of the house 10 minutes to the time, but you set your timer and you press the snooze button, right? Now, guess what? Now you test it. Now the kids acting up. Now all this other stuff acting up or going on. Now you got to see, can you still manage your time wisely? So now you have to put the snooze button for an extra 10 minutes. So now, instead of that 10 minutes run out the door, you got 5 minutes left. But you still got that child on the side that spilled something on their shirt. And you got the other child over here don't know where their homework is at. What you going to do at that time? Are you going to panic? Or are you going to be able to take your time and say, okay, this is what we need to do, or do that? Or, hey, you know what? From now on, I need to make sure I don't press that snooze button, because that extra 5 minutes, I might need that just in case if things don't work out the way it need to work out. Okay, that's how those things go. Other things, it could be relationships or whatever, right? It could be a relationship. You could be in a relationship with someone, right? Or matter of fact, you're getting to meet someone, and they might ask you where you want to go out to eat at, all right? And knowing the person already told you, hey, you know, I work at this fast food restaurant or something, right? It's just something simple. I work at a fast food restaurant, but you about to go on a date. And then this person you talking to or whatever, right? They say, hey, let's go to this restaurant, all right? When you go, are you going to sit back and buy the most expensive thing? This person already told you they work at a fast food restaurant, right? They already told you that. But this person has amazing personality. Y'all been talking, y'all communicate. They got amazing personality. And this could be the person for you. But the thing about it is, you get to the restaurant knowing this person on a fixed income, and you're going to buy the most expensive thing because you think buying the most expensive thing, it proves your royalty and your value. But you're supposed to be on the value menu, okay? Because you're not there. It's your first date. You're not there to sit back and eat the luxury of the food. You're there to be able to eat a little something just so you can get enough of a chance to understand this person, because you already know what their income is. So you're being tested to see, do you really value the person or you value the menu? See, you're getting tested. That goes for men as well, you know, vice versa. Pick and choose which direction you want to go on. That's how life goes. So that's going to be tested. So I'm going to tell you this right now, even for myself. I still go through tests every day, okay? And some days my brain try to mess with me too, because I still got to make sure that I stay on it. See, the reason why you got to go through these tests is to make sure that you still on it, you still acknowledging your growth. If there's no test, how do you know you're growing? If there's no obstacles, how do you know that you're thriving? If there's no failures, how do you know you need to succeed at something? You understand me? So that's just life, okay? But the beauty in it is you're not being tested off of somebody else's lane. You're being tested on the lane that you're riding on, or you walking on, or you jogging on, or you rolling on. It's your lane. You only going to be tested with the things that's going to help benefit you in your life. So maybe today, bless you. So maybe today you cooking and stuff or whatever, right? And you will, and your child was about to put something in your mouth and you caught it. But guess what? Now tomorrow, when your older child going in there cooking, you can give them information. Say, hey, look, I'm going to work. I know you old enough to take care of your brother. He like to put stuff in his mouth. So I need to know, if you cooking something, pay attention to what he's doing, okay? Pay attention, because I don't need my house burnt down. So make sure if you see him and he getting quiet, turn the stuff off and go check on him, okay? See, that's what tests do. It ain't just for you. It's to help you and your family. It's to help you in your situation. So it helps to make sure that you can manage your life and make sure everybody else in the room is managed as well. That's not even just that, but you also teaching that child, look, while I'm cooking, I need you to understand, even when I'm not cooking, you need to make sure that you ain't putting nothing in your mouth. Do you understand me? Because if you put something in your mouth, you can choke on it. And if you choke on it, then we're going to have a problem. You don't want no problems, right? No. You don't want to be hurt, do you? No. Okay. Those toys don't belong in your mouth. All right. Now, if I catch you put those toys in your mouth, I'm going to take those toys away from you. All right. Because that's not how it goes. All right. So if I catch you do it again, then I'm going to take those away from you. You like playing with them, right? Yes. Don't put them in your mouth. See how tests can help all of us out? All right. So that goes for careers as well. Sometimes you're going to be tested in things. Sometimes people test you in ways to make sure you're on the right track. It ain't really them. It's me. It's my spirit trying to make sure you're straight. Now, there's another spirit there. Okay. So some people pause. Can you turn that down for a second? Thank you. I don't know why I told y'all to pause. Ignore that part. If you did pause, thank you for listening. That was a test. So give me a second, babe. But that's the thing. So, like, when it comes to your careers and or relationships and stuff, some people do test you, it's like you got to use discernment, okay? Now, there are people that will try to test you in ways like relationship-wise. They'll check to see where your mind is at. And I understand it, because if you've been through certain things, I get it. But you got to use discernment. So before you feel like you need to have something be done, you need to check within and say, look, God, I don't know. Like, I like this person, and this person, it look like everything right, but I don't know if they're a faithful person, and I don't want to put my all into something. I don't want to sit back and do this and go through this mess again. Is there a way you can do something to let me know, like, this is it? And then, okay, this is the direction. If I'm telling you this is the direction to go, then don't worry about it. I got that. Because a person that pays attention, they're going to be tested before they even get to you. Just to let you know that before you even get into the picture, you're going to be tested in ways to know if you even ready for someone, if you're ready to be in that situation, and vice versa, if that's what's meant for you. And yes, I'm talking fast, but excuse me, just allow me to flow. But that's how life goes, y'all. Like, tests put like this. If you believe in the spirit within you, it's not a test. It's only a test to you. And it feel like somebody is messing with you, is because you're not listening. That's why. When you're listening, you don't even realize you're being tested. You don't. It's just another day in the office. It's like, I already know. Ain't no different than when you about to, like on, I don't know why this popping up, like on Martin, when Brother Man would come in the house, they already know what he was about. You understand? It's like that. Certain things you already know. Like when somebody comes to the house, I already know you about to come and ask about for some money. Like, we already know, no, I can't help you today. Okay? You can go back out. No different when a Jehovah Witness knock on the door. You know what they coming for. You know, okay, I ain't going to answer the phone. What about y'all bill collectors? You know when you see those numbers. You know who it is. It's like you already know the answer to it. Now, I ain't saying to ignore these people. You can you can always communicate and say, no, not today, or thank you, or hey, no, I'm not interested. You don't have to come to this location. Can you take me off your list? Or something like that. It's not what you do, it's how you do. It's not what you say, it's how you say. So it's like, that's just life. You have to pay attention to the details. In order to grow, you're going to have to go through tests. You can't get to another level without being tested to see if you can handle it. Y'all the ones that came up for every level is a new devil. That was y'all calling, right? That's what y'all say. So if you know you can't handle the devil on level 1, how can you handle the devil on level 2? Why about 3? Shucks, why about 30? See, that's the problem. Y'all want to jump from level 1 to level 30 and think you can handle it. Well, if you couldn't handle the first one and you skip the other ones, then what you think going to happen at the top? You're going to fall. You're going to fall. Because a lot of y'all thinking y'all know what y'all doing. A lot of y'all think y'all got it made. Because some of y'all skip levels. Yes, some people have skipped levels. Because you found ways to be able to get away with the crimes that you committed. So if you go out here and you in a relationship or whatever, and you end up being with somebody, knowing you married, but this other person is over here, you know, you sleeping with them, you getting your rocks off with them. So yeah, you might won the marriage, but then guess what? You skipping levels because now you going out here having sex with someone else, and then you come back home and now you all happy and good, and they thinking like y'all got an amazing relationship, but the whole time you skipping levels. Ain't no different when you go out here and these jobs and stuff, and you sit back and you know you got office work to do, but you see this person is over here super nice and they willing to help you out, and now you putting all your workload on their on their table. They complete it for you, and then you get the promotion, but you didn't do none of the work. It's literally like that. You understand? And then when you now you got the promotion, now you got these people underneath you, and you don't know what to do because you didn't study the stuff. You didn't pay attention to the paperwork you had. Now you being questioned, we doing audits. And it's showing that this information is not matching up with that information. Can you tell me about it? That person over there done it. Oh, they the one done it. So you telling me you got this manager position and they the ones that's been doing your work the whole time, and you can't tell me nothing about it, but they know it. Okay, bet. Now guess what? You fired. All right, no different than in that relationship. You in that relationship with somebody, and that person that love you with their whole heart, didn't cheat, didn't do none of that, was there, made sure you had whatever you need when you need it. But you was too curious and you went out here to see George, and now you feel like a monkey coming back asking, can you have a banana? But guess what? They want to split. You being tested. I don't know how I did it, but woo! I'm just saying, but that's how it is. You can't go out here, do your little dirt, do your stuff, and think that you're going to just skate through life and get to a position, because guess what? Even if you're not tested today and you get to the top, you don't know when that test's going to come. It could be something simple, could be something big, but you got to be prepared for whenever the questions come in and you are being asked, and I'm saying, hey, now you got this spot. Do you do it the right way? Do you know all the levels? Do you know all the words? Do you know all the information? Do you know all the employees? Do you know what the times they clocked in and clocked out, the paperwork that they had and the paperwork they put to the side? Do you have all that information? No? All right. So guess what? You didn't pass the test. Now your towers are falling. Okay? So all I gotta say is, in this world, even if I come around you, don't sit back and think, oh my gosh, you're gonna test me. Like, no, like, you just roll with your life. And if you are afraid that somebody is paying attention to what you're doing, then it's time to take the mask off and be the true, authentic self. Because, see, that's really what it boils down to. A lot of y'all in these situations where you don't want to be around certain people and you don't want to deal with certain people because they see through the mask. But those are people you need to be around. Because if a person is willing to see through the mask, then that means they genuinely care about you. Because anybody else don't care about what type of mask you put on. Along, you don't see theirs. On that note, you have a blessed day.